A Chinese AI lab just dropped one of the fastest models on the planet. Open source, no API fees, free for 30 days inside Hermes Agent, and you can get started right now. And almost nobody noticed. It's an incredible story of speed and efficiency. I'm going to tell you what it is, who built it, why it's actually interesting, and how it all works. And how to get it running in about 5 minutes. The model is called Step 3.7 Flash. It comes from a Shanghai AI lab called StepFun. And if you haven't heard of them, that's the whole point of this video. It sits first on ClawEval. That's the benchmark specifically designed to measure how well an AI model operates as an agent. Not a chat benchmark, not a coding leaderboard, an agent benchmark. The thing you actually care about if you're using Hermes. But here's the part that matters most right now. StepFun partnered with Noose Research and made this model completely free for 30 days through the Noose portal. No credit card, no API bill. And because Hermes connects directly to the Noose portal, you can activate it in 4 commands. So let's start with who actually built this thing, because that story is worth knowing. StepFun, or Jiayuexing Chen in Chinese, which roughly translates to stepping through the stars, was founded in April 2023 in Shanghai. The founder is a man called Jiang Daxin. He spent 16 years at Microsoft, ended up as a global vice president and chief scientist of their Asia Research Center, then left to build an AI lab. The team he assembled reads like a who's who of Chinese AI research. His chief scientist co-authored ResNet, one of the foundational architectures in modern computer vision. His CTO ran AI infrastructure at ByteDance. His data lead ran Microsoft Bing's core search team. These are not amateurs. StepFun is one of what China's tech press calls the 6 little tigers, the 6 AI startups that emerged to challenge OpenAI domestically. All 6 reached unicorn status by early 2024, and StepFun specifically has been the most aggressive on multimodal AI, images, video, audio from the beginning. They've raised serious money. A January 2026 funding round closed at over 5 billion yuan, roughly $700 million. And by May 2026, reports put a further $2.5 billion round in motion ahead of a planned Hong Kong IPO. The model family they've been building leads to Step 3.7 Flash, a 198 billion parameter model, open weights, Apache 2.0 license. The same license that enterprises trust, that legal teams pre-approve, and that means if you want to self-host it after this free window closes, you can, no lock-in. Here's the technical bit, and I'll keep it short. Step 3.7. Flash is a sparse mixture of experts model. That sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. It has 198 billion parameters. That's the knowledge. But it only activates around 11 billion of them per token. That's the efficiency. Think of it like a hospital with 200 specialists. When you come in with a problem, only the relevant doctors get called, not all 200. The knowledge is all there, but the cost of running it is a fraction of using everyone at once. That's why it hits 400 tokens per second. That's why it can be priced aggressively. And that's why it's viable as your default agent executor rather than a premium model you call sparingly. On ClawEval 1.1, which grades an AI on full agent trajectories, not just final answers, Step 3.7 Flash scores 67.1, first place. On SWE-Bench Pro, which tests real software engineering tasks from actively maintained codebases, it scores 56.3, second place. But the number that gets developers' attention is this one. In what StepFun calls advisor mode, where Flash drives the agent and only calls a frontier model for the hard decisions, you reach 97% of Claude Opus performance at roughly 1/9 of the per task cost, 19 cents versus $1.76. That's not a rounding error. That's a different business model for anyone running agents at scale. Now, why is this free in Hermes? Noose Research is a US-based open source AI lab. They're behind the Hermes model family. They've built a self-improving agent that writes its own skill files and remembers across sessions. And in April 2025, they raised $50 million from Paradigm at a $1 billion valuation. Their Noose portal is the hub. One OAuth login gives Hermes access to over 300 models, plus web search, image generation, and a cloud browser, bundled, no separate API keys. And on May 30th this year, StepFun and Noose announced a partnership, Step 3.7, Flash free for 30 days to Hermes users. No card, no usage fees. The reason isn't just marketing. On StepFun's own internal testing, Step 3.7 Flash scored 67.5% on SWE-Bench inside Hermes agents specifically, and critically, its performance was consistent across different agent harnesses. That consistency matters. It means the model plays well with how Hermes actually works.